Happy Toe Talk Tuesday. Here we are again.
We're here again every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday. I love it so much. And this is part of our series on how to integrate toe reading, the modality of toe reading, with other modalities, careers, and life activities. So, Marisa is a human design expert, and she has really brilliantly worked the two together in a way that she's going to explain to us. Take it away, Marisa.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that you and I talk about a lot is how we have lots of tools in our toolbox, in ways that we work with clients. And the thread that sort of weaves them all together is often toe reading, which is also why we wanted to do this series. And so for me with human design, um, when you and I met, little backstory, fun fact for people listening, we exchanged, like, I did a human design reading for Christina and she did a toe reading for me. Like that was our introduction to each other. And so right off the bat, when you did the toe reading for me, immediately I was like, oh, this makes sense because, right? Here's what I know about my human design, and here's what Christina just said to me that she sees in my toes that, like, that just, I get full body chills, right? Just know that that's a sacral yes. And so when I started thinking about why that was, and we talk about, the energy going down to our toes and our brains trying to protect themselves by sending those signals and those signs as far away as possible. It makes total sense, right? That the shadows that we have and the gifts that we have are going to show up in our toes. And so I use toe reading in a couple of different ways in my sessions. Um, One is just kind of for confirmation, right? Are you living in the shadow or in the gift of what I see in your chart? Because I don't know you often, right? Coming in. And so it helps me to kind of to provide some insight, um, of whether you're in the shadow or the gift, the healthy or unhealthy definitions, how we use the terms we use in human design of your design. Um, and I can see that in the presentation of your toes, right? And then the second way is when you go through the toe reading certification, you learn about the different elements and chakras that are tied to each toe. And human design also overlaps with the chakra system. So similarly, I can look at the toes and go, okay, here's in the chart how this is showing up. It's show, maybe there's an open throat. And so this is somebody who has an inconsistent way of communicating, doesn't express themselves in the same way and in different situations. And so then I can go look at their second toes and give them additional exercises and activities to do with their toes,
Mhm.
because your human design is your human design, right? Like you can't change who you are, but I can use the toes to be a grounding somatic tool to help people as they integrate the information they're getting from looking at their human design chart. So
Hmm.
those are the two ways that I use toe reading in my human design practice.
I love it so much. Brilliant. And toe reading is such a beautiful modality to be used in all sorts of other supportive ways. So powerful on its own and then amplified with these others. So thank you for talking about how you have integrated this in with human design and continue to. It is such an honor. Thank you.
My pleasure.
See you next week.
See you next week, everyone.